Good afternoon. Rob Williams along with me, Tricia Mackey. We're bringing you breaking news going on in Pike County. That's where police are investigating the death of 8 people.
Now, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine and Pike County Sheriff Charles Reeder confirmed that at least 8 people are dead. The Attorney General has dispatched to the crime scene, but he is kind enough to join us by phone to give us the very latest and give you the very latest on the investigation. Attorney General, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. What can you tell us?
Well, this is a very sad situation. We have 8 people who are dead. They were found today in 4 separate houses. In fact, we thought it was 3, and then about an hour ago found an individual dead in another house. This is in Pike County, but it's over, frankly, close to the Adams County line. This is all out in the county. It looks like there were other much younger children in the house. We have 6 adults, what looks like 2 teenagers who are deceased, but there were much smaller children who were at the house who are safe and were taken from the house. It's just a very sad situation, horrible situation. It looks like the victims all are related, all one family. And this is, just early on in the investigation. This thing has just really got us started. Sheriff Reeder asked us to come in and give assistance. So we have at least 12 of our agents who are in the county now working those crime scenes, 4 separate crime scenes. Just grisly, just horrible.
Mike, what can you tell us about the shooter? Because I know earlier today you said something about the possibility that the shooter could still be on somewhere. We have no idea.
Well, we don't know at this point if the shooter is among the deceased. That is possible, but we don't really know that.
What about, does it look like there was one shooter or multiple shooters?
I don't think we can tell that at this point. These are execution-style shootings, just horrible.
My question for you, Mike, is this. You said that it is not an active shooter situation. It's like not an active shooting.
I think that phrase is a little misleading.
Okay.
What it means is we don't know of an active shooter who is out there. We can't tell what we don't know. What we don't know is whether the person who did this or the people who did this are deceased and are among the bodies that we have found. The indication is that is not true. That there is another individual who has not been found, who is out. I think people just need to be cautious. There is certainly a possibility that there is a shooter out there or someone who has killed 8 people.
So if you're in that area, just move with caution. You said that your agents with the Bureau of Criminal Investigation have descended on the scene. When do you dispatch those agents, and why were they called into this scene?
We exist in the Attorney General's office, and our BCI exists really to help local law enforcement. And that's what they're doing here. We do not have jurisdiction to come in and be any part of an investigation unless we are asked. Sheriff Reeder asked us to come in to work with his team on this investigation, and it's our people who are doing the crime scene. We have people who, that's all they do, is do crime scenes. So it's certainly no reflection on the sheriff's men and women, but they asked us to do the crime scene. We are doing that. Or crime scenes is actually 4. And we are also very much involved in the investigation. We're going to have a briefing for the news media at 4 o'clock to try to give as much information out as we have at that point. So it's just about an hour from now.
Now, Mike, I realize that you said that these are members of the same family. Is the thought here that this is a family situation, or are there any truths to the rumors of something else, something bigger, that there were threats
or retaliation
to this
of some
family?
sort?
We don't know. It would just be nothing but pure speculation at this point for me to guess. We don't know the answer to that at all. And that's something, obviously, as the investigation unfolds, we're going to find out.
Here's a question for you. I mean, you mentioned already it's at 4 different homes, and it seems like it's spread out kind of over the same property. How challenging is that when you descend on a scene and start to investigate, and you have 4 separate crime scenes that are connected?
Well, it takes a long time to work one crime scene. So it just takes a lot of people who are experienced at working crime scenes and try to, put it together. Obviously, what happens at one scene or what you're able to determine from one scene may impact what you could learn about the other scene. So while we have different people out, at some point, obviously, we compare notes and see exactly where we are. But it's, it is 4 crime scenes. That's very, very unusual. You usually have one crime scene and you work that crime scene. But there's at least 4 out there.
Mike, do you know how the proximity of those 4 crime scenes? I mean, could the family members have heard the gunshots if they were in a different home?
I've not actually looked at. I'm going out there shortly. I was actually in Cleveland and got the call. I was working on a panel that was put together by Senator